Hey, hi, hello, beautiful badass heart warriors, and welcome back for another episode of TGIM Live. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Hello, those listeners to the podcast on Spotify. We are Lively Intuitive Transformations on the Journey to Inner Self series. Back with you for another episode of TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. Whoop, whoop. And we are back with you for 5 ways to declutter your life. The great psychoanalyst Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. What Carl Jung meant by this was that the parts of yourself which have not been brought to the surface will be will feel like some pattern that you can't seem to escape. It'll be like a cycle that you just find yourself in. Sending you love. Yeah, it'll be like some sort of cycle. So meeting the same kind of situations, the same kind of peoples or challenges again and again until we are ready to break that and stop letting it dictate our life. So, grand rising, beautiful souls. Amy back with you for another episode. And there is a huge misconception that we have no control over our physical, our mental, our emotional, or our spiritual health, or that we ourselves don't need to do anything to support our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. So let me know if any of you do anything to support your bodies, your minds, your spirits, your emotional bodies, and how you do that. How do you unwind and pamper yourself? Is that breaking free and diving into some pizza? Pizza is my spirit animal. I love pizza. I actually love food. I use food as a way to nourish my body, my mind, and my spirit. I used to use food as a way to like numb myself, but now I've shifted that. So, yeah, let me know how you're doing, how you unwind, how you pamper yourself. I am so curious. What a powerful weekend we just had. The solar eclipse in Aries, the eastern side of Canada got to see a partial solar eclipse. That's pretty cool. I don't think we've seen it here. I certainly didn't. We had cloud coverage. So yeah, but felt it energetically. And now the moon is in Taurus, which funny I'm mentioning food because Taurus likes the soft, the cozy, like get cuddly. Taurus energy is like very indulgent. Taurus is ruled by Venus, which means Venus is all about love. So how we love. Taurus likes to bring that love into the physical. So again, soft blankets, good fucking food, and good music. Um, yeah, all that good stuff. So getting outdoors too is Taurus energy. And yeah, we're gonna pull a card here and see what it says at the end. Now, majority of our health issues, physically or mentally, can be improved by two ways. Our outer self, through our lifestyle, through the foods that we eat, as well as how we assist the things that we do in its natural detoxification or decluttering it process it goes through. And then we have our inner self, which is the emotions or our thoughts, our spiritual energy. And so yeah, healing our inner self was healing our inner self, we have to acknowledge and accept the unresolved emotions and feelings, or even the distorted beliefs that we have from our mental and emotional bodies, our spiritual bodies. So this can look like for myself, coming from a family, with a very military grandpa, that it wasn't okay to break free and do something fun. And then also being Métis, it wasn't okay to take up space. It wasn't okay to be seen. It wasn't okay to be heard. And now I know how distorted those beliefs were, that it is okay. And then even as a woman, it's not okay for a woman to break free and do her own thing and be independent and the authoritator of her own life. So these stories that it's not okay, that's not okay to take up space, they often play on a loop-like cycle or the hidden script that runs our life. And that's why we end up running into the same challenges and the same problems. And yet this is some of the necessary changes that we need to make for our overall health, whether it be our physical or mental or emotional or spiritual, but even our financial, even our community, like our social connections, and so much more. So career, purpose, environment, our connection and our faith, those are the other areas that can be affected by these distorted beliefs or stories that we tell ourselves. Now, this card is so funny, the card that came out. It is connecting to higher consciousness. So somebody in spirit form connecting to their higher consciousness. Can you see this okay? Kind of blurry, but yeah, so this is pretty interesting. But I'm gonna give you a recent experience I went through to help you have a bit of a deeper understanding about what it is that I'm talking about. So our anxiety or our anxious feels remind us of our humanness. Okay, we can't completely get rid of anxiousness. We can't completely get rid of fear. It reminds us of our humanness. And when I experience it, it humbles me to keep doing the work. I really appreciate when I experience challenges or obstacles or things that break me down, because when we're going through breakdowns, quite often there's a breakthrough getting ready to come. So it's that arrow when life pulls us backwards, it's because it's getting ready to shoot us into something fucking incredible. So back to this story. It was some time ago, I want to say a couple years ago now, happened to be getting ready to go to an event where there was going to be a room full of people that I hardly knew. I barely met. And thankfully I was there with somebody, but I haven't had major anxiety in so long. And getting ready, I experienced the hot sweats. I experienced my stomach turning. My heart was racing. I was running to the bathroom. The reality of anxious feelings, they have us just wanting to expel everything, whether it be through the sweats, whether it be through going to the bathroom, whether it be through nausea feelings or racing heart. This is our body showing us that we have an activated nervous system and reality of being a human. And so in that moment, I was like so overstimulated and everything that was happening was like going off, kind of like all these alarms. An old me would have ran, would have shut down, found a reason to not go. I might have even started a fight with somebody or started a fight with myself in my head in the past as well in order to avoid going. So yeah, I would have ran, shut down, found a reason not to go, started a fight with somebody, started a fight with myself in my head, or made up all these excuses of why I shouldn't go or what was not going to be good about it. I started to crave unhealthy foods, anything to comfort me and stuff down what I was really feeling. I would have also craved drugs and alcohol to numb out. And what I did in that moment was face the intensity and face the levels of discomfort, of anxiousness, of numbness, of the pain, the facing the thoughts that were running through my head, not just the sensations that were going through my body. So what I did in that moment was I talked it out. I had to talk it out. Sometimes we don't always have a person readily to talk shit out with. And so I also journal in these moments and I use my subconscious healing tools. Subconscious healing tools are a 13-minute audio track that you can get in your phone And I can connect you with these tools and teach you how to use them on your own time so that you can have self-directed relief in the moment. I also prep food and have snacks to eat on the go so that when I'm feeling triggered or just fully immersed with living life, I got healthy snacks um, to feed my mind and my body. These are pecans. Oh my God, I love them. But yeah, so as opposed to reaching for foods that I know are going to make me feel crappy, but also lower my emotional energy in my body. When we feed our body with low vibing foods like processed foods and junk foods, it actually lowers our energy in our body. It lowers our energy in motion, our emotions. So when we eat low vibing food, we end up being more prone to low vibing emotions, which then lead to low vibing thoughts and more low vibing behaviors. It's a cycle. I use my breath. I use grounding techniques like going outside, walking barefoot, touching my hands to the ground, hugging a tree, um, closing my eyes and staring at the sun, letting the wind uh, just kind of breeze through my entire being. I drink water, lemon water in particularly, or I add ginger powder to my hot water and drink it. Cheers. Too lit to give a shit. It's my cup. We're a unicorn. We're unicorns here. So yeah. And then I unapologetically move my body. I go out, I run, I stretch. I also break out into random dance moves, even with no music playing. And for that, I don't even care if I'm in the middle of the store. I really don't. Sometimes we have to shift that energy. When I'm standing in line and I start to feel all the stress and the energy and the mental capacities of everybody around me in a box store, like I'm thinking Costco or Walmart or Superstore, I like literally have to start to dance, even if there's fucking no music playing, because I'm like, wow, we got to move some of this energy. um, and hey, it's okay to treat yourself. If you want to have the pizza, if you want to have the chips or whatever it is, the burgers, the fries, the gravy, the breads, whatever it is that comforts you in that moment, it's totally okay to have that every now and then. That's not what I want to say here. I don't want anybody to leave this episode with that thought. It's important to be aware when we use those foods as a coping mechanism, okay? Just to touch base on that about food. And really quick, y'all, I know I'm always talking about my ride or die, my wellness routines and all the things that I do, but I want to also mention Rebel Fuel, because Rebel Fuel has been a game changer. It's packed with clean, reliable ingredients, and it's literally my go-to when I'm needing that stress resilience, when I'm needing that boost of energy, when I need that boost of mood, or when my belly is aching because I decided to treat myself a little extra and indulge, on a night out, whether it's through a couple drinks or some foods. It really helps rebalance my gut microbiome and clear my brain frog, clear my brain fog from the free radicals that come from junk foods or alcohol or whatever it is that else you like to indulge in. No judgment. We're human. So Happy Juice keeps me full of pre photobiotics and an all natural nootropic so that I can have extra focus, clear brain clarity, um, concentration, and much needed energy and happy mood without the crash, without the jitters, without the shakes, without the racing hearts. Yeah, all the goodness without the yuck. So Rebel Fuel keeps me on point. If you want to know more about Rebel Fuel, let's get you feeling amazing and how you can get to earning some free products. DM me Rebel Fuel. I would love to connect with you about that. It is 100% satisfaction guaranteed, meaning we have a 90-day money back guaranteed for our products to back if you don't love them, if you're not experiencing the benefits or the results that you would like. So let's get you feeling amazing. And there's no minimum fee. There's no monthly subscription. If you don't want there to be, there is a subscription if you want to save money and are consistent in drinking your Rebel Fuel. You get a monthly subscribe and save. And then also free products for your consistency in drinking the product. But yeah, no membership fee. No, you don't have to have a monthly minimum order by no means. So yeah. Oh, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Let's not forget about that. Okay. Decluttering your life. Going back to those two basic things, the food we eat, fueling our body, our mind, our spirit, and then processing the unresolved emotions and those feelings through self-reflection. And again, playing the subconscious healing track. It's less than 15 minutes. It's a less than 13-minute audio track that you can get in your phone that you can take with you whenever, whether it's in the moment, there's a crisis or an intense situation and you need to get emotional relief, or if something's bothering you and you're ruminating about it and it's long past, but you can't seem to let it go, then this track can help. And we have other tracks too to help rewire the beliefs or the stories that you tell yourself. Maybe it's not subconscious healing tools. Maybe it's an appropriate activity for you in the present moment, such as tapping. That's another thing. Moving your body, stretching, walking, getting outdoors, engaging your senses through the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's like your touch, your sense, your sights, your sounds and taste. Reading a book, petting an animal, gardening, maybe tending to house plants, to having a bath or a shower, or even splashing cold water on your face. These are different things that you can do to really shift the inner emotional energy to give you relief that you need. And this leads us into the 5 ways to detox or declutter your life, your space. Number 1, your environment. Picking up piles of laundry, setting a timer. Picking up piles of laundry laying around the house. I'm looking at one right behind my back. So yeah, picking up piles of laundry like this. I like to sometimes set a timer for 10, 15 minutes. If I can't shift out of the, oh my God, I have so much going on in my world and I need to like reset my space, my mind, my body, I'll start with setting a timer, 15 minutes, picking up laundry around the house, unused items, clearing off my table. You don't want to see my table right now. Got a bunch of stuff, books, and I was decluttering my kitchen yesterday. So there's a couple piles of all the fridge stuff on there. You guys, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. And progress what is it, Em? Practice makes progress. Yes. So maybe that's picking up unused items around your house or papers left out. I went through all my Post-it notes on my desk there this morning, and that just helped me feel like a good reset, ready to show up for you. Number 2, cleanse. Do a reboot, a body cleanse. Okay, I'm looking for 5 people right now. It doesn't have to just be 5. If there's like 6, 7, 8, 9 people that are interested, by all means, come join. I'm looking for at least 5 people right now who are interested in assisting their body in its natural detoxification process through eating cleansing foods, and only for 3 days. This is not a juice cleanse. This is not a run to the bathroom cleanse. This is where you get to indulge in yummy, yummy foods for 3 days while taking tablets that is going to kill off your bad gut bacteria and revamp and re-put in good gut bacteria. And this is going to help with bloating, cravings, indigestion, inflammation, mood swings, tiredness, fatigue. It's as well as like a poor immune system. No joke. If you've been struggling with colds and flus this year, this season, then this gut reboot, this cleanse could help you. It's only 3 days. And if you're not interested in the 3-day one, there's lots out there. But hey, why would you want to be swimming through all the fish in the sea when you could get a fast and effective 3-day one where you're not going to be starving, you're not going to be running to the bathroom, and you get to still eat all the good foods. 3. Okay, so wait, DM me if you're interested in that cleanse, that 3-day reboot cleanse. DM me. I will reach out to you guys. I will share more information and how you can get started. We're going to be doing it as a group. So yeah. Number 3, schedule. Are you making time for the most important things? Are you saying yes to the things that help get you closer to your goals, to your desires, what it is that you're working towards? Maybe it's your projects. What can you say no to this week? What can you say yes to, and what can you delegate in your schedule and on your to-dos? Okay. Number 4, your wallet, your purse, your fanny pack, whatever it is, wherever you put it. Clean out old receipts, gather all loose change from around your house even, and put it like in one spot, count it. Old gift cards, gather those, and treat them as valuable as they are. Okay, cleaning out old receipts. If you're a business owner, you want to keep some of those, get rid of the junk, use up those monies. Maybe you have enough to reward yourself or take yourself on a little treat, or that you can start saving money to then do that. Awesome. Number 5, emotions. Journal. The power of brain dumping, like getting all those thoughts out of your mind and onto paper. And if you're like one of my clients, actually, if not even one, if you're like many people out there who used to keep a diary, who used to keep a journal, and then had that violated, it can be extremely, extremely difficult to get those thoughts out and onto paper. Even if you didn't have one of those violations, if you were taught that it wasn't okay to feel your emotions and your feelings, it can be really hard to put them out on paper because, well, at least when they're up here, they're not real, as some clients have said to me. They are at least safe in, the center of your own mind. The thing is, when they're just circulating up there, that's what they're doing. They're just circulating. They're not actually going anywhere or doing anything. It's like that energy loop. So by channeling them onto paper, it helps you literally dump your brain. It's like a backpack that up there, and that you're shoving all this shit in there every day, every day, every day, year after year, month after month, week after week. And if you never take time to clear out that backpack, it gets pretty fucking heavy. So a hint, if you struggle with getting it out on paper, set a timer for 3 minutes, set a timer for 5 minutes or 7 minutes, and just write down everything that you can. Don't worry about the spelling. Don't worry about punctuation. Don't worry about it making sense. Don't even reread it if you don't want to. Some people do like to. And it's good for self-reflection if you're at that spot. But if you're just trying to first get those thoughts out of your brain and onto paper, set a timer. You don't have to reread it, and you can burn it after in a fireproof safe dish. Okay, so yeah, journaling, connecting to something greater than, like great spirit, nature, that can help us shift our emotions. And most importantly, subconscious healing tools. The 13-minute audio track that you can get in the palm of your hand on your phone. Okay. And as a subconscious practitioner, I cannot stress this enough, because our emotions and our feelings reside in the subconscious part of our mind. And traditional therapy uses conscious tools and strategies. And we are dealing with the part of our brain that actually stores emotions and feelings using subconscious healing tools. Higher consciousness. Higher consciousness means about learning what there is else out there for us, what we're connected to, that which is greater than us. And quite truthfully, most often people don't get the results that they long for without the right tools. Not one way works for everybody. And so it will feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill, or you're, constantly making step forwards and then snapping back to where you were. And so it's important about finding the right tools for you, and subconscious tools go hand in hand with finding those right tools for you, because we're working with a part of our brain, with that subconscious part of our brain, which stores our emotions, our feelings, our habits, and our beliefs about ourselves, others, and the world. We know what works for one person might not work for another. We all have a subconscious part of our brain. So when we pair subconscious healing tools with, excuse me, other tools that work for you, that are right for you, based on your unique makeup, your soul map, then you can get the results that you long for. Excuse me. That you desire. And it won't be like such a big gap. You won't feel like you're snapping back. And even when you do, remember, it's like one or two steps back. You're not starting over. And that when that arrow pulls us backwards, it's because it's getting, or when life pulls us, our arrow backwards, it's because it's getting ready to shoot us into something great. So you don't have to be like a vegan or a budding yogi or deeply deeply philosophical. That word was very hard to say. Or have a like daily meditative practice to live a healthy life. Maybe you start with one small step, and that's looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, hey, today's going to be a good day. Maybe that's starting 40% of the time. Maybe that's starting 50% of the time. Maybe that's starting 30% of the time. Working your way up to 60 to 70 to 80% of the time. It's not about being perfect. It's about doing your best and which direction you're facing. Okay. Well, the universe wants to remind you, you are not alone in this game of life. You are supported, you are safe, you belong. Let's see. I don't know how to say this word, but we'll try her out. Go to cola. Go to cola. Go to? Sure. Higher consciousness. So this is a message of hermiting, solitude, soul searching, realization, greater knowing, enlightenment. It's ruled by Mercury. The moon actually rules it, which is funny because it is Moon's Day. Today is Moon's Day, Monday, the day ruled by the moon. And so the wisdom here says, achievement of great wisdom can be found through solitude and trust. You are entering a period of deep inner contemplation. Looking for answers requires solitude and disconnection from the regular casualties of life. This Gotu Kola walks through the undiscovered pathways of the subconscious mind. No joke. Subconscious mind. With precision, guided by the light of the northern star. You're moving into a new and higher stage of being. If you're experiencing a sense of loneliness or alienation, you are perhaps living a reality where your own deep truths have been denied. This is a time of introspection, a time for inner work, rest, and meditation. Your consciousness is undergoing transmutation. Take the time to study, use subconscious healing tools. I put that in there. Use time to study your inner self, okay? Use time to try out subconscious healing tools so that you can invoke higher consciousness into your everyday life. Through introspection. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, whatever it is, find what works for you and be confident in not comparing what works for you to others. Okay. And if you're struggling and you don't know where to start, DM me. We meet people for a complimentary discovery chat to find out if one of our services or programs are right for you. How I start helping people is through their astrology. Okay. No joke. I start by helping people through their astrology, through learning their birth chart, through learning their unique soul map and their unique strengths and values. And yes, we are living in a time of great upheaval, of great awakening, of astronomical amounts of stress, of anxiousness and uncertainty. And so now more than ever is the best time to strengthen your abilities, to strengthen your spirit and sharpen your skills and add more tools to your toolbox. And you can do that by using your birth chart. Change is inevitable, although it it's never easy. It is possible. It is inevitable. It can be scary, it can be intimidating, or it can be a natural process you embrace in your life. The choice is yours. So embrace the discomfort, sit with it, learn its lessons, gather the right tools for you. Maybe it's crystals, maybe it's herbs. I have herbs here. Like all around me. I have sage, palo santo. Like my stuff is never far. And so I wish this for you as well, okay? Maybe it's feathers, maybe it's art, maybe it's creativity. Finding what your right tools are and embracing the discomfort, sitting with your tools, learning the lessons of the challenges of the obstacles, and continuing to choose better for yourself, whether that's 2 minutes a day, or whether that's 5 minutes a day, or whether that's 3 days a week, or whether that's 5 days a week. Regularly making these choices and decluttering your life will prevent you from things piling up and becoming frustrating and overwhelming. So just schedule that complimentary discovery chat and find out what your right next steps are, whether that's working with me or not. I like to make sure that people find out what their right next steps are. Okay. Either way, we will have a powerful vision for you and a game plan on what those right next steps are. Okay. So visit link in bio or DM me. Visit our website, www.litmindbodyspirit.ca, and reach out. Yeah. And so, what are your takeaways from today's episode on 5 ways to declutter your life, TGIM, Journey to Inner Self series? What sort of things would you like to try? Or maybe just if you have questions or any insights or takeaways or aha moments that you may have, or just want to talk to somebody about, some of these things that we're growing through, feel free to message me. Thank you again for being here live or the replay, listening on Spotify, YouTube, or Instagram. Thank you, that which is greater, for the earth we walk on, the air we breathe, the fire to fuel our souls, and the water to cleanse us, mind, bodies, and spirits. Thank you again. Many blessings to you guys. Sending my love. Take care on your week ahead. Peace.